Um, I need water up there pretty badly. Alright, cool. Cows. I forgot I don't need this because we're not going to be able to plant another crop over there.
Disket, you are back.
I'm back. Are you back?
Streaming again?
Yep. Are you streaming again?
I don't stream.
On stream, bruh. Why don't you stream, bruh? Huh?
I don't have, what do you call it?
Twitch? YouTube?
I mean, I have a Twitch and YouTube, I just don't have a program
Facebook?
to do it. I don't have the program to do it.
OBS? It's
What do
free.
you call it?
It's free.
Ah,
OBS. That's what it's called.
OBS. That shit, I don't have OBS. I was watching Puma play some Grand Theft. And you're liming your fields.
Yep. My least favorite job of all.
Yeah, I don't like lime.
I mean, I don't mind it. It's just...
Trust me, it ain't my favorite thing to do either.
It's not any different than anything else using this spreader, but I could be I could be cutting grass right now, making some hay. Cause we gotta start making some money back. I'm down to $50,000. But I gotta make a ton of hay. And then next season I need to plant this for oats. And I could plant it now, but I just don't think it's gonna have enough time to grow. Yeah, that's not gonna be able to get it in. So really the only thing that I could plant now and still have a chance, well, is nothing.
What'd you eat, man?
French fries. Really not sure how that's where my GPS was supposed to be, but it's the path it took. I had French fries and cake. Sounds like a healthy meal, doesn't it?
Oh, hell yeah.
I mean, I had Gatorade with it. Not water, but Gatorade.
Orange, blue.
Huh?
Orange or blue?
Uh, green? No,
Watermelon.
red. Red. It was red.
Uh,
Sorry.
Not that fan of the red. I like the orange or the blue.
Yeah, I have cows and chickens and sheep now.
You're just like Cowboy Bob.
I just need, I'm really not sure why it keeps skipping a area like that. Whatever, I don't care. As long as most of the field gets limed, I'll be happy.
Have you not heard the Cowboy Bob song?
Yes.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
That's what you said last time.
No, but I was just checking a message.
Well, what? How about that? Okay. Well, that's as much lime as got put down because I'm not buying anymore.
Looks like a lot of
I.
lime.
Huh?
Looks like a lot of lime.
Yep. What the heck? I swear.
Don't fill your thing up so you can unattach and put that what you got in your bucket in there.
Yeah, I know. But it shouldn't fill the bucket up anyway. That's especially the first time I had the bucket turned upside down so it wouldn't fill the bucket, and it was like filling the bucket and dumping it on the ground at the same time. Oh, now I get to go cut grass and make hay. Because I need a lot of hay. But we're not baling that crap.
Got a windrower?
I gotta ted it first. So I gotta cut it and ted it, and then I'll turn around and once it turns to hay, I'll windrow it, and then we'll go pick it up with a forage wagon. Which I already have over here, which is nice. I'll just leave it there if I can squeeze past it like that.
That's a pretty big tedder. Or maybe I just ain't seen one in a while.
I gotta look at what my left control and S is what that's supposed to be.
Why are you using your keyboard?
Because I want to, because some of my controls don't work on my Xbox, that's why. Hey, I might not have to TED this. 13%. Nope.
It looks like you're cutting. Looks like you're cutting hay.
It's because it's in seasons and it's not the same as what you're used to. That's grass. Just semi-dry grass. It's not wet grass. Wet grass is green, which is what normal farm sim grass looks like. Then you have this, which is like semi-dry, which is still grass, but it's not. If it looks like this, you don't have to TED it. It'll turn to hay on its own. if it looks like regular grass in Farm Sim, then you have to ted it, and then it'll look like this, and then it'll turn to hay, which that's hay right there. It looks like straw. It doesn't look like straw. It looks closer to straw than.
Well, I watched Nighthawk's movie that he recommended me last night and this morning.
And that is.
Something crazy that I will never watch again.
Yeah?
It's something from 1988. It's called Willow.
Okay.
2 hours long.
2 hours of your life that you'll never get back.
Or maybe like 2 hours and 30 minutes or something like that. But yeah.
Alright, I gotta try to see if I can figure out why this isn't working. Oh, and my car's still going right now. Okay, so this tractor doesn't have guidance steering on it apparently yet, even though it's got the little yellow thing on the top of it.
But yeah, have you ever heard of the movie?
Nope.
I think it's honestly supposed to be for kids.
Maybe that's why he told you to watch it. Maybe he thinks you're a kid.
No.
I mean, Nighthawk is old, you know.
Oh yeah. We're all getting up there.
Speak for yourself, buddy.
I'm almost in my 30s.
Shit, I'm almost in my 40s.
Sucks getting old, I know that. I've already had the doctor telling me to cut back on most of the foods I like. It just sucks.
Gotta make the hay. Got 4 fields of hay to make.
What again, man?
Do what?
You said something?
I said I gotta make the hay. I got 4 fields of hay that I gotta make.
Heck yeah, man.
Be nice if I could get it all cut right now. When I don't have to ted it and I can just let it sit.
You're gonna get plenty of it, man. I tell you that.
A big field right here, isn't it?
Can you store it in the silo?
Um, I don't think it'll store in the silo. It'll store in the TMR machine though.
Yeah, but that's only a million. I think you're gonna get more than a million. I think.
I don't think so. And besides, I gotta put a million in. I gotta put like 500,000 more in just to fill it up for what it's gonna use to make TMR, and then it's gonna take another million in storage. And then I've got cows now, so I'm going to be pulling TMR out, so it's constantly going to be going down. I mean, I can buy one of them hay sheds, one of them hay and straw sheds, but I don't want to. I can't spend any more money right now. I only got $50,000. I got to make it through the winter. Hopefully, my chickens will make some eggs and my cows will make some milk.
But yeah, I started falling asleep last night.
Watching that movie.
Yeah. By the middle of it, I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, dang, what'd you get me in? Because they recommended one good movie to me, and I watched it. Uh, no, never mind. I'm thinking of something else. Unless you could do that. I mean, I guess you could do that.
What's that?
Put the windrower on the back of the tractor and do
But
it while you're cutting.
but it dries out better if I leave it like this.
At 10 for. I just didn't know if you wanted to line it up real quick after you cut it.
I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
I think I could do that now. Because I don't have to tet it since it's already semi-dry, so I could probably windrow it at the same time, but it's alright. I've already done it this far. I might do the other fields that way, and we'll see if it makes a difference in how fast they dry. Because in real life, it would definitely make a difference. You would never windrow it until it was dried enough.
Right.
But in here, it may not matter.
You do got a good operation going here, though.
I'm gonna have to. It's gonna be hard this year, this season.
Yeah, 'cause don't you get snow and everything?
Yep, I'm gonna have to. I'm here about as soon as it starts getting to the point where it starts snowing. I'm gonna have to put salt out so I can actually drive around the farm. I'm gonna have to get the snowblower ready. Uh, I gotta
So you
make
think?
sure all this hay is up and stored so that it doesn't get. If I do bale any of it, because I need to fill up the TMR machine, and
I was about to
then
say, have you got enough? Have you got enough mixed rations to
oh
last the
yeah,
winter?
oh yeah, I got. I'll have plenty. And if not, then I'll have to sell some cows. But I'm pretty sure I got plenty.
A million, a million food should be enough for one
Well,
season, shouldn't it?
it's more than a million food too. I think it's makes like 150,000, or I mean, I think it makes like 1.5 million output out of one fill up. Because you have to remember, you're putting a million straw, a million hay, and a million silage, and then those three get mixed together. So you're actually getting 3 million pounds of product out of it. But the ratios aren't the same, so it doesn't consume everything equally. So you're really only getting you're gonna get like 1.5 million, but you're not gonna have to fill. I think it takes the most silage or the most hay. I can't remember what it takes the most of, but you're gonna have to fill that one up more than you have to fill the other two up.
I just remember all them TMR machines Timberwolf had on the first Pleasant Valley.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
Lots of hay.
Not how stayed on that
He did what?
midnight last night on Red Dead.
Yeah.
We got our we got pretty much all the challenges done last night on Red Dead. All except for like the roll challenges, but the day we got in there in one day, and
Your
we
connection's
got
pretty bad. I can't hear you.
we got like 5 out of the 7 challenges Did you ever think about doing Welker's farms?
Doing what?
Welker's farm?
I did. I had Welkers on here for a while. Welkers was just
Actually,
boring to me. It was just too flat.
actually watch Welker's farm on YouTube sometime.
It was just straight flatness. And I didn't enjoy it.
You know that's a real farm, don't you?
Yep. That's why I started it, but I just I didn't enjoy it enough to keep it going. It's not completely flat, but it's just kind of bland for me. Oh,
Almost done, man.
with this field,
How many fields you got to cut?
4.
Ooh, all that side?
Nope. I think this is the biggest one. So it's 41. 33 is probably close to the same, and then 33 and 34 are both much smaller. If you're actually talking about this area, you're probably talking about 2 more this area. 2 more fields this size. But we'll row the next one at the same time, and then we'll see if they dry out at roughly the same time period. And then I'll know for the future.
That was just a suggestion since she wasn't using your tedder.
Yeah. No, it's a good idea. I'm going to try it. I'm going to put the tedder... Oh, I'm going to tedder in this little hole right here, I think. Instead of putting it back in that.
That was always a pain in the butt thing to back up to me sometimes.
What's that? The tedder?
The tedder.
Anything short is a pain in the butt to back up because it... I mean, that's true in real life too. Shorter it is, harder it is to back up. Because it jackknifes really quick. If it's got a long wheelbase, it doesn't jackknife very quick, and it's a whole lot easier to catch up with. Now, something that's running away from you is easier if it's short because it's easier to correct it. But
It's just like I used to jackknife them trailers on ATS. That's why I would always do the, easy.
Yep.
Took me a little while to learn how to do that.
Here we go. I can't play music anymore. My video from the other day got blocked by YouTube for copyright infringement because I had streaming radio on in the background. I was like, I can understand them taking away the monetization part of it and not letting me receive any money from that video. But I can't have streaming public broadcast radio in the background. That seems a little harsh. Something that somebody could listen to. It's not like I'm claiming it as my own. It's broadcast radio that you can listen to in your car. I shouldn't be able to receive any money from that, but I don't receive any money from this anyway.
YouTube is very tight on stuff like that.
I mean, they're probably. I mean, I'm sure somewhere down the road, somewhere down in there, somewhere it's them protecting themselves. But I didn't realize it was that strict.
Just copyright stuff, you know. It looks like it's working good, man.
Yeah, we'll just have to see if it dries out as quickly. And I really need a bigger mower to windrow to match this windrower. This is the biggest mower I can find, other than the self-propelled one. But then I wouldn't need a windrower because I could just cut it, and eventually I'll have one of those. But got to make some money and pay off the loan first. Loan cost me like $2,000 a day.
I can't believe your best friend put $999,000 on the map one time.
999,000, and then I did it. No, it was like 999 million or something like that.
Oh yeah, I'm getting that wrong. Yeah, yeah.
Or it was 99,999,000, something like that. Because when I did it, we had to do like 2 million when we did the big PV. And we had said we weren't going to go crazy. We were just going to do what we needed to do to get started. And so that there was still some kind of a challenge. And then the first thing he said when he came in there was, "Oh, I put too much money in there, but y'all put 2 million in this one?" And I'm like, "That's 2 million and only 2 of us have bought equipment. Everybody else has still got to buy land and equipment and whatever."
thought it was like I put 200 million in there. That got us all started with buying equipment, and then he left it up to Dewey one time. 190 million in there.
Well, I also mentioned that when I came in and said that there was so much money, why didn't we lower it? And Dewey's instantly was like, well, you can't go in and change it like that when it's on the multiplayer server. But all it is a save game. You can go in and modify it exactly like you can a single player save game.
Oh, Rebel did it.
And then just go back and load it back. That's exactly how we fixed the problems when we had issues was we went to another save game and loaded it onto the server. So this it being on a server has nothing to do with going in and modifying the game file. If you know what you're doing, you go in there, you change the numbers, you make it 200,000 and you load that save game back up and everything's exactly the same, but the amount of money you have in the bank is different. But he knows everything and I don't know anything, and that's why I play single
Right.
player. That's why I play single player. That's how I carry my save games from one save game to another all the time. I don't, you know, just like in real life, if you farm and you move from one farm to another, you're not starting from nothing again. You either have your old equipment or you sold your old equipment. You definitely sold your old land and have the money from the land. You don't have to start over with nothing and no money and no equipment and no land and in fact, that's exactly what his idol does. That's what Daggerwind does all the time.
Oh boy, that.
I know, right? Well, you can't talk about Dewey without talking about him. It's like number one fanboy.
That's his boyfriend, yeah.
And I don't know why. Because I've seen his videos and he likes to do everything realistically. And Dewey likes to hire 19 workers and watch them.
And likes to use them Fisher Price track.
Yeah. Use the smallest tractor with the biggest implement.
Remember the day I came in, Dewey, not how had one worker going for him. I said, okay. And he goes, Dewey has 10.
Yeah.
I said, what the hell? I'm like you, I still wasn't happy about him going in there and changing.
Well, it's in the past now. I know I'm missing a lot of spots like this, but I don't care.
Oh, you doing good.
It's just in the corners, but I just don't care. I don't want to mess my windrows up, so
Was you there to see what he did on the very first?
Uh-uh. Oh, when he planted through the railroad and all that?
Well, there it was that. He had multiple mistakes on that one. He did that, and then he was trying to set up. That was when we were discovering all the different types of pig pens, cow pens.
Yeah.
He decided to put a couple in there for, and boy,
Alright, I'm gonna have to start going back and forth. It's gonna be hard to make these corners in the pulling the trailer. So let's see. I need to stop, pick up the mower. And pick up the windrower and turn around.
I guess you could go straight on that, and
Drop the windrower, drop the mower, start driving. And pick up the mower. And pick up the windrower. Turn around. Drop the mower. Drop the windrow. Pick up the mower. Pick up the windrower. No. What the heck? It's like... It's got a mind of its own. Are you kidding me? I have no idea what's going on right now. I'm not doing any of this. I'm not doing a single thing. Wow. I wasn't doing any of that. I have no idea what was going on. Alright, that's gonna be enough of that. Yep, for some reason that was like a glitch. This thing wouldn't use the GPS. I just had to uninstall it and reinstall it, and now it works. It shows the lines and everything, which I don't want it to show, so Control S. Show lines off. I don't know if these are fully grown yet or not. Look 100% grown to you? I don't see where it changes anywhere. Yeah, I think it's fully grown. So we'll cut both of these fields. Oh, definitely not the field anymore. tired, bud fan. I'm feeling the tiredness.
That's pretty crazy that virtual farming makes you tired. So I can't say anything about it because, heck, I'm the same way.
I'm still mowing grass. And I didn't even go all the way to the edge of the fields. I'm just kind of mowing straight lines. I'm not worried about getting every last little bit.
You know what song you need to be playing?
What's that?
Big Green Tractor.
No. I think I'll pass. Oh, I'm not tired yet, but I am so very tired. Jump over our chickens. Y'all making me some eggs yet? Huh? You guys making me some milk yet? Gonna let the cows out of the barn. Any slurry in here yet? Says there's 645 liters of slurry in here. I don't see it nowhere. Yeah, see, it uses silage much slower than it uses the other two. And once again, I'm at a spot where I have nothing to do. I mean, I could go do a contract, but I don't wanna. Do you remember that show? Camp, I don't wanna. You're not there. AFK, Bud Van, AFK.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, what? Riding on a cow's back.
I remember that show.
You remember what it was called?
Nah.
Salute your shorts, man.
Hmm.
Man, these cows could get out. There's a hole in the fence right there. Arrgh.
It'd be cool if your cows could actually roam free.
Yes. You see, they actually eat the grass right here, though. I wonder if they get to eat the grass from down there, too, or if it's just this one little area. Let's see, cows. Oh. My, hay is ready to pick up. Although we're not going to pick up this field because we need to windrow it. But the other ones are. So it doesn't matter if it's windrowed or not because I can already see the other field. As long as it's dry, it doesn't matter.
Hello.
What's up there, Scotty?
Yeah.
I'm back to farming again. I got cows
Nice.
and chickens and sheep.
Sweet.
But I forgot in seasons, I got to make it through this first winter with no milk to be sold because your cows have to get old enough. They have to be a year old in order to have a baby, and then they don't start making milk until after they have the baby because it's like real life.
Oh.
I'm like,
Oh.
great. So I got to support these cows all the way through the winter and probably through most of next summer before I even get any milk out of them.
Yeah.
At least I got some sheep and some chickens to sell their goods.
Just say how long it takes for the sheep.
Uh, it didn't say. They haven't started making any wool yet, but I think the sheep, like they only give birth in the spring, and I think they only produce wool in the winter. But when they produce wool, they produce like a bunch at once instead of constantly producing a pallet. It's like all of them get sheared at once and you just get a massive amounts of. I think that's how it works in seasons, but I'm not 100% sure. We'll find out. I don't think it's like it normally is where it's just a constant flow. I think it's like you don't get anything and then all of a sudden it's like you went out and you sheared all the sheep and now you have a ton of wool,
Yeah.
which makes it nice cuz you don't have to constantly go up there and make small trips. You can just load up a big trip and but like I said, I'm not 100% sure. It's been a while. We'll find out though. I do know I just cut a bunch of hay, so I'm going to be full on hay.
Oh, that's good.
If I had some oats, I could go ahead and get some horses. And then the only thing I'd be missing is pigs. But I kind of don't want to get ahead of myself at the same time.
I almost rather get pigs than horses.
Yeah, but horses I don't have to do anything for because I have horse helper.
It's not so bad then.
And it's easy money then. You know, you just, all you got to do is keep them fed, keep water, hay, grass, and straw to them. And the horse helper will do the rest. Then you make like 45 grand a horse every uh 10 days. But
That's pretty nice.
yeah, but you have to have you got to have the products to keep up with them, which I think I have at this point. About to have a ton of hay. Probably got enough straw to get through until the next harvest. Probably. I mean, it takes 10 days, so yeah, I'm sure I do. We might look into that when I get this hay up. Because it would be a good chunk of change.
Where's the bird at?
He's around here.
Did you check out that flashing light?
I did. It looks pretty cool. I just saw one video of it, and the guy was playing offline, but it looked pretty cool.
It was not bad.
And it was
Some of the
when, it was like when it was early. I mean, I don't know how early it is still, but I didn't look at the date. But like, a lot of stuff hadn't been implemented yet. Like,
oh, there's a lot of stuff now. Like now you have to get out your vehicle, the gas your vehicle, and you also get like a little tab or laptop in your police car that you can actually interact with to be able to look up people.
Yep, you gotta love that damn arm machine.
well, you don't have to. But it does make life much easier. Yeah, it uses hay or
Straw,
hay and
grass,
straw the
silage.
fastest. The silage it just barely uses any.
That's about the only thing you're doing that's not uh, the real thing in it.
Well, that's real too, honestly.
Yeah, majority of the stuff that's in the game that's not a mod or that is a mod pretty much
I mean, they
is
have
realistic.
I mean, you think about it. I mean, farmers that are mixing their own are definitely using like a mixer wagon, like what you're used to. But places, what they make, I mean, all that is a proportioning machine, and that's how
I mean,
they make. That's how they make any kind of feed anywhere. That's how they make goat feed and horse feed, and they have silos that hold all the different ingredients, and it just mixes them proportionately into another silo that is the proper mixture, and that's all that machine is. So
I remember,
it's realistic.
I remember making a whole bunch of that stuff on 17,
Now
storing it. And
now having one right there next to my cow pen is probably not realistic, but who's to say I couldn't do it if I had the money? And in here I had the money. I don't have it now, but I did when I bought the thing. What I think is not realistic is when you have a trailer that holds 2 billion liters of something, or you have a mower that mows like 700 foot wide at a time.
oh yeah,
That's the kind of stuff that I'm not gonna, you won't see me use. or you have a plow that or a seeder that plows, seeds, fertilizes, limes, and harvests all at the same time.
In 50-row
Yeah.
cultivators and shit like that. That's not real.
Well, I mean, they have some big ass equipment, but some of these mods are not that way.
What's Bud Fan doing?
About to hop on the farming game, I think.
No.
See if I can't find the map that I'm looking for. I think they added it a while back.
Lone Oak ones is not too.
No, not looking for Lone Oak.
You should. What you got
Like
against
how
Lone Oak?
I like how Westbridge was designed.
Nobody cares about Westbridge.
Screw Westbridge.
It's all about Lone Oak.
Or who remembers Bajorn Home from 15?
Bjorn
That one
home?
wasn't too bad. That one wasn't too bad. I know
used
what
to
he
be-
said.
I used to be addicted to that map.
That one wasn't too bad. There was one other one I couldn't remember where it was, but it was. I think it was the
One of
first
the
U.S. map that they implemented.
Yeah, it was one of the base maps in 15. I know what you're talking about.
Was it 15? It's where the farm was right there, and then you own the two fields that are right next to your farm. And then,
That was Westbridge.
are you sure that's Westbridge?
Yes. The two base maps from 15 are Westbridge and Bajorn Home.
Oh, okay.
Bjorn home. Bjorn home.
But yeah, because the shop was just down the road from your farm. Everything was like right there. They had huge maps. And I think the pig farm was just down the corner, or the cow. I gotta say, that was like one of the best maps they made. Because everything was so accessible.
Yeah, I like it being spread out, but it gets old too when it's spread out.
Yeah. I hate have to go halfway across the map just to go to like a sheep farm or, a pig farm or something like that.
So
I'm from.
I really liked when they started letting you place your animal pins. But it's
Yeah.
like you can be like, okay, I don't want all of them right next to each other, but I don't want to have to drive from one corner of the map to the other just to get there.
Yep. Shit, I'm from Wisconsin, dude. We're full of freaking farms, and there's no place in Wisconsin that has a cow farm that's like 20 miles away from their.
But then again, how many people are into multi-animals on their farm? Don't most just pick one and go with it?
Not here in Wisconsin. You have pig farmers, cow farmers, all in.
Oh yeah, but I
Yeah.
mean like for you playing the game, like how many like most people are they're either cattle farmers or they're pig farmers.
Yeah, it's
Like
it's really hard.
you're not gonna have both in real life. I mean you could. I just don't think many
Yeah,
people do.
in the game, it makes it a lot more difficult to be able to actually do more than one animal because you're trying to keep track of all of them.
Yeah.
I mean, like Daggerwin, he
Oh,
keeps
boy.
track of all of them. Yes, I watched Daggerwin, or used to.
You and Dewey
Kids
have
laughing over it?
you and Dewey have Daggerwin watch parties.
No, I watched Daggerwin way before Dewey did. I watched him when he had like maybe 10,000 subscribers.
Dewey's like his #1 fanboy.
Yeah, I know.
That's not the equipment Dagger Wind uses. I could just tell a laugh's about to come out of catch there.
You sure don't pick up hay like you pick up straw. Hay
You don't.
is much more I mean, the straw is much more proficient.
Let me see. Let's see.
Which, I mean, it makes sense.
Westbridge,
That's how it would be.
Westbridge Hill is right here. They did add it. Heck yeah. See, it has 21 on fields, a BGA, space for placeables.
What kind of space for placeables does it have?
Don't know. I was playing 17 on the Xbox, and Xbox screwed up. You wanna know how Xbox screwed up?
How?
Yeah, would you play?
They uh they made when they came out with Westbridge Hills as a modded map on 17, they made the silos where it could fit 2 million of everything. Potatoes, sugar beets,
Yeah?
sand. We later to find out that I didn't update, but some of my friends updated their map, and it took away their 2 million of everything.
I can't play on console. You're only limited to so many space.
Yeah. It's a bummer.
It is. I can't stand playing on console.
Well, that's all I had at the time.
I mean, I got it for the PS3 was the FS19 only because I was gonna try it out, and I played it and I was like, I don't know. It's you don't have that much space, so it's like no point in playing.
Continue. Ravenport. Yeah, I remember Ravenport. Here's Westbridge Hills. Continue.
Whoops. I ran into the fence.
Holy Jesus!
What? You talking about me running in the fence?
Yeah,
Ah, it wasn't that bad. It's just a dent in the bucket.
you gotta be a true gamer, Bud fan. You have to watch him stream while you're playing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm eating cake and streaming.
What kind of cake are you eating? You were eating cake earlier.
I know, I'm still eating cake.
What kind of cake?
Cheesecake Factory cheesecake.
Oh, you asshole!
You bastard.
It's like pineapple something. And I'm
I
being
love
legit.
cheese.
It's got pineapple in it, in the bottom.
You heard it from
It's
him,
like
Scotty.
it's like regular cake at the bottom, and it's like a pineapple upside down cake, but then it's got cheesecake layers in between it. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah,
There's no cheesecake I like better than the chocolate cheesecake.
I never
I
heard of
just like
chocolate
regular.
cheese.
You've never heard of a chocolate cheesecake?
I said chocolate cheese.
Ah. This field needs one, but I'm not
You're making me hungry.
Scotty's Scotty's the cheesehead.
Yep.
He's got one of them funny little cheese hats.
Fuck no. That's for Packer fans, man.
I know.
Not Packer fans. Definitely not. Mr. Aaron Rodgers that just does garbage. And Brett Favre.
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 Farva.
That all just reminds me of like Super Trooper.
I asked Nighthawk this last night, but he has never seen the movie. I was
What?
like, what the hell?
I had the special edition one that has the drinking game on.
The drinking game. I didn't know there was a.
Yep.
Well, every time, wait, let me
Every-
guess.
Every time they say a word or something like that, you have to take a shot, and it actually pops up on the screen telling you to take.
Every time they say a word.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was. It's been
Probably.
forever since I played.
Probably, just give me a second. I'll think about it and know it.
Hey, Farmer, what's that favorite restaurant you like to go to?
Shenanigans?
You guys talk about shenanigans?
If I hear,
Oh.
if I hear shenanigans one more time, I'm gonna pistol whip you.
Oh,
he said-
man.
He said something like that.
Yeah. He's like, the next person that says shenanigans, I'm gonna pistol whip them.
Hey,
Hey, Farva.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, I love that movie. It was freaking hilarious. I haven't seen the second one.
Second one sucked.
Yeah, really?
They don't need to make remakes of movies like that. It's just like Bad Santa 2 sucked. Or wasn't as great as the first one.
I didn't really get into Bad Santa.
How could you not get into Bad Santa?
Well, everyone doesn't have the same taste as music, movies.
I mean, don't you want a sandwich guy?
No, I'm
That
good.
that right there could have been your sandwich guy. Every time you talk to him, can I make you?
Or Santa's doing a girl in the freaking bathroom stall.
Or Santa sitting down eating lunch. Hey, can my kid just sit on your? Can't you
Yeah.
tell that I'm on my fucking break?
Yeah, I just.
Budfan doesn't
never-
have kids, so he doesn't get it.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. I just think it's funny.
Well, I'm definitely gonna have to slow down on some of my cruel movies I watch because we're gonna have a third one.
Oh, your wife's pregnant?
Yep, she has to go in for a blood test just to verify.
Congratulations, man.
Hopefully it's a boy this time. Either way, if it's a healthy baby, I'm fine, but I'd rather
Oh, yeah.
have 2 girls is a handful, so.
I got
Can't
one, and it's
imagine
a handful.
Dude, it's once she gets older, you prepare yourself, man. My 5-year-old's 5 going on 14. It's horrible.
She's gonna be like, Daddy, can I watch YouTube?
She watches YouTube now. She's watching it right now on TV.
No catches, daughter.
I'm hoping mine likes to race.
Hey, I used to like to race. I used to play a NASCAR game on my granddaddy's computer.
Oh, I love playing NASCAR, like the older NASCARs on like the PS2.
I had one for the computer, and we actually had a wheel somewhere.
Dude, my favorite all-time game that I used to play when I was younger was Gran Turismo.
Yep. That's what I started
Sure.
racing on was Gran Turismo.
Yep.
You
I
had
remember
to you had to
playing-
do the classes and
Yep.
earn your like get a certain skill level and earn your license before you could even buy a car to begin with.
Yep.
Okay, you
The
could do that.
PS1.
You can do that on a game that I love to play on the Xbox 360 called Test Drive Unlimited 2.
It's not the same. I've played that
No.
before.
Gran Turismo actually went in depth of everything that you needed to do. I
The
used to play
driver,
that shit on the PS.
the driver's test on there was hard as crap though. Ooh wee.
Then they started implementing a lot more cars in like the PS2, and it was awesome.
Um, Now, what kind of games do we want to talk about? What we grew up with, like Nintendo 64 wise, or
I would go with
PS2
that.
games?
I started out on the PS1.
I started out on Nintendo 64.
Well, I
Or
mean,
no, well no. If you want to be technical, I actually started out on the Sega.
yeah, same here. I mean, if you want to go technical, I started on Nintendo and Sega back in the.
Yeah, but I think Nintendo was my favorite because
But
the game Goldeneye was
yeah, it was actually pretty good.
everybody wanted to get together to play Goldeneye.
But the thing is, though, is that whenever I actually got into games, because I used to go outside all the time. I was outside every day, all day. But when I first started actually getting into games, it was like um, the PS1 era. So I was playing like Gran Turismo and the PS1 games. I don't really remember too many of those games.
Now I remember the year we didn't get a PlayStation. We got a PlayStation 2. You know,
Yeah.
one of them for all three of us. You know, me and my two brothers. Well, the year we got it, I used to be really big into CDs and be getting CDs for Christmas. I was about to open a PlayStation game before we had opened the PlayStation 2, and my parents, I was about to grab that thing and just yank it open, and my parents were like, "No, stop!" But I used to love to play GoldenEye on the and then there was also the Tony Hawk game.
Yep. I played
Yeah,
You
Tony Hawk.
talking? I'm
forgot
talking
about the
about.
Tony Hawk
I'm not
games.
talking. I'm not talking about the PlayStation 2 version. I'm talking about the blue cartridge that used to be the game for the
Yep.
Nintendo 64.
Yep. I played that one. And
Everybody wanted to play that one.
kind of
Everybody.
sucks. It kind of sucks that they stopped making that game because that game was really good. Like the older version.
Can you imagine how much Tony Hawk made off them games? Ooh we.
He's still rich off of those games.
Oh yeah.
Not that he needed it.
Not really. First man to ever do a 960. I mean, come on.
I don't know that much technical term about skateboarding, but I used to like playing that game for Nintendo 64. My favorite part was just going down that hill and busting through that glass in that first level.
Yeah.
level.
I used to play Matt Huffman's BMX.
We had a BMX game for the PlayStation 2 that I. Well, no. Yeah.
Yeah, the
BMX
Matt
game
Huffman.
for the PlayStation 2. No,
Yeah,
we had
the
one for the PlayStation 2. We had a Wave Runner game for the Nintendo 64, though.
I remember Wave Runner.
Wave Race, I think it was called.
Yep, where
Yep.
you are jet skis.
Yeah.
Yep, I remember that game too. That was a pretty fun game too.
And then, okay, my sister had one, and then I had one. There was two car games that we played called Cruising USA,
Cruising USA. I remember
Yeah, I
and
that.
remember that one too.
and then my sister had one called Cruising World.
You remember Crazy Taxi?
Crazy
Uh,
Taxi.
yeah,
Yep. Remember
Yeah,
Paperboy on Game Boy?
yeah.
uh, I I remember the game, but I never played. I
They
didn't
had
have a
one
Game
on.
Boy.
They had one on Nintendo. 64, I think maybe. Might have been
That's
Super
one game I never
Nintendo,
played.
but they had a console version on one of those two.
Where are you going?
I'm eating and my bowl was hitting my mouse.
You're going all up into the trees. I'm like, what the hell is he doing?
There was a little bit of hay down there.
Sure.
It washed down there.
Yeah.
Hello, the best altar. Took me a second to decipher that one. Don't mind the crazy driving. I was just eating.
Or the crazy people.
Yeah, or the crazy people in the background. Especially the Bud fan guy. He likes pineapples.
He's a pineapple fan.
But yeah, we have a guy in the party named Catch that's eating a pineapple cheesecake.
No, I'm eating a pineapple upside down cake that has cheesecake layers. It's different.
Get right.
It's very different.
Did you ever like the Midnight Club and Need for Speed Under?
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
I will tell you this right now.
Midnight Club. I remember enjoying that. I just don't remember it off the top of my head, if that makes sense.
No, Midnight Club is not the one you need to remember, because I remember I bought this game, but my brother got addicted to it. Midnight Club Dub Edition.
Yep, I had that one. That was awesome.
My brother and a friend of ours got so addicted to that game they played it all night when we hung out at the guy's house.
Do you imagine like playing those games now? How the graphics would be?
Uh, Probably like they had a game called Laser Suit Larry for the PlayStation,
Leisure
I
Suit
don't
Larry?
remember that.
and now they have it for PC. If you go look at it at the PC version on Steam, it looks like crap.
Yeah.
Leisure
I
Suit
couldn't.
Larry? Bud fan? Is that what you meant?
Yeah. Yeah.
The thing is, though, is that back in the day when you were playing those games, they were like so badass, and then it's like now you go to play them, it's like, oh, I don't really want to play it.
There is only one game I honestly miss for the original Xbox.
Halo.
No,
It was a joke, by the way.
there was a game I had called Narc.
I remember Narc.
Narc
Yeah.
used to be the craziest cop game I've ever played in my life. I had a teacher that told me about it, and I ended up getting it. And that game was pretty badass. This was this was back when everybody was addicted to Grand Theft Auto Vice City and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Do you guys remember playing Gauntlet?
Yes.
Dude, Gauntlet was amazing. Actually, my dad, and my grandma all
That's Red Valkyrie has died, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe so.
Or Red Valkyrie and Blue something, like all the different characters had a color assigned to them.
Yep.
Don't think I remember that one.
Oh
You
my
couldn't go.
gosh, I remember that.
You couldn't go that far away from the other people
Yeah.
because it was like one of the side scroller kind of looking thing.
Yeah. It was like Zelda almost as far as the way it appeared. But it was
Yep.
like it was different, but I mean that's the way the game worked. Like you could run up and down. It was like a top-down view.
Yep. I remember I had to buy all of the stuff to be able to play more than a couple. Like you had to get the little box and stuff like that to be able to plug in more controllers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's
we
right.
had that for the PlayStation. Oh yeah, don't forget your memory cards too.
Yep, memory cards. I actually think I have a memory card sitting around somewhere.
You know,
still.
that was really nice though cuz you could go to your friend's house and have your save game.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
And if you were playing like Mortal Kombat or something, you could just upload all the stuff that you had unlocked.
Yep.
Now you can't do that crap. You gotta like
Well, if you just
log into your Xbox profile, and that's a who remembers their password when they need it.
Not me.
That's why I just play on
Huh.
PC. I just save my save game. Thumb drive.
yeah, I was about to say, if you just save it to a junk drive, got it.
Trying to remember all the games I used to play. I used to play SOCOM.
Oh man, SOCOM, dang.
Yeah, I played that whenever you had to have the big old Ethernet cord back for your PS2, I think that was.
Yep.
You had that big old box plugged into the back just to be able to play on the.
God, I remember SOCOM. That was like the first, as far as I can remember, that was like the first FPS online.
Yeah, that game was awesome. It sucks that they took that away. They actually shut down all the servers. And
Who remembers playing The Sims way back when?
I do. I played The Sims when they first came out.
Yeah.
We had it for the PlayStation too.
I had for the PC.
I have Sims 3 for the computer, but
I got Sims 4 and 3 for the computer. Yeah.
see what they need to do is make Sims Online though compatible.
It
The
is.
only bad
Well, not the old one, but I'm pretty sure they have online Sims now.
No, they don't.
Isn't that what
no,
I think there is?
I say they still play as a single player now.
The Sims games never have online. I can't go meet up with Scotty on The Sims.
I think you're wrong about that. I'm pretty sure there's an online version now. I'm pretty sure I've seen people play it before. Walk down the street and your friend is there, and you can stop and talk to him.
If
Really?
if you ever run into that, hit me up. I'll get it and we'll play it.
The only problem they had with Sims though is that when they do the add-ons, it sucked because they were always charging the add-ons for like $40 a piece. I just paid $40 for the actual game. Why do I
Yeah.
want to pay
Right.
$40 for an add?
I saw you
Uh,
play my brother's favorite game the other day.
What?
Well, my brother's favorite game, World of Warcraft.
I still play it.
God, they used to be so addicted to that game.
Well, I can't say I am, but the only reason why well, not the only reason, but one of the reasons why I still play it is because that's where I met my wife.
Yeah. Well, they played that and League of Legends.
You. Not a big League of Legends fan. Although I do a main Mordecai. I remember playing all the Grand Theft Autos too.
I didn't play a Grand Theft Auto game really till 4.
I think I started playing for Vice City. I think
Yeah, Vice City was the first one I played.
it was like the Legends of Gay Albert or something.
What's about the biggest role playing game I ever got into was Elder Scrolls
Oh,
Oblivion.
My brother had that too. What about Fable?
Fable
Yeah,
came out after Oblivion, and I didn't get into Fable as much as I did Oblivion. Like I was big into Oblivion.
Yeah, I have Fable for Steam on.
Although I would say Fable was better than the follow-up, any of the follow-up Fables. Like the first one's the only one that's worth it.
Yeah. Well, oh, one of them is the one where you can actually get married and get married again, and then once your wife finds out, it goes to hell from there.
Well, that's
Like you
pretty
can buy
realistic.
houses, like literally, you can buy houses and stuff like that, and put your wife into the house, and then go buy another house and put a wife in that house, and then yeah, I think you get in trouble for whatever it's called, having an
Polygamy
affair. Yeah.
depends on what state you're in.
Let's see what else. But yeah, I used to be real big on the Need for Speed games. Just that one Midnight Club game.
My wife used to play Discaria.
Oh, the what?
Discaria.
What's that?
It's like an anime game that's on what is that, the PS2 or PS1? Oh, PS2.
I smell coffee.
Well, you're the only one smelling coffee.
Well, I can't smell coffee all
It
the way
smells
from Alabama.
amazing.
Oh shit. Oh. Mom made gumbo.
Gumbo. Jambalaya.
Jambalaya. That sounds good.
Wife just said Tekken.
Ooh, Tekken. And Tekken Bowl.
Tekken Bowl?
Yes. It was like the tournament edition of Tekken, but it had the add-on that you could actually bowl with the, like, go bowling with the Tekken people.
Oh, okay. I think I remember that one.
we're still talking about
And we used to
PlayStation.
never fight in Tekken Bowl. All we would do is go bowling. That was
Who played
fun.
the Who played the Fantasy 5 games? Or what are they called?
Final
Only
Fantasy? I did.
Final Fantasy games.
I did. I liked Final Fantasy.
My brother used to love Blitzball.
I never really played Final Fantasy. I couldn't get into it. I just That's just one game that I just cannot get into. Everyone's like, "Oh, you should play Final Fantasy." It's like it's just one game I can't get into.
I mean, I
But I
enjoyed
know.
it when I did. I couldn't play it now. I can't do the whole, uh, that whole style. Uh,
Fighting with a sword and
no, it's not necessarily fighting with a sword. It's the whole not real time, like turn based, I guess. And then like it's at least back then it wasn't open. Like I think they have them open world now, but before it was like follow the path. You know, just all you did was walk down the little path, and then up you encountered this person. You got to fight him.
so
And
kind of like Final Fantasy and like Pokemon.
I don't
Because I
ever
know
remember a
Pokemon.
Pokemon game. I just remember the show.
Uh, the old Pokemon used to be the shit. now that they've turned it into crap.
You remember playing bowling on the Wii?
Yeah,
Like the bowling
Yes.
and
yeah.
tennis, and
I like boxing on there.
yeah, it was the Wii Sports.
Uh huh. I actually have a Wii game that had many multiple games on it. That was fun.
Mike Tyson Punch Out.
No, it wasn't
Yes.
called Mike Tyson Punch Out. It's
I wasn't talking about what you were talking about. I was talking about another game. Mike Tyson
here.
Punch Out.
Here, let me see something. I
If you
got it
don't
right here.
remember Mike Tyson Punch Out, then you don't get to talk about video games.
I had a boxing game. Can't remember which one I had
An
though.
Excitebike. You remember Excitebike?
Okay, if we really want to take it back to the Super Nintendo days and talk about sports, NBA Jam.
Yeah. He's on fire.
That game. Oh my god. NBA Jam used to be the shit. Um, I
I think
had
I have
street.
NBA Jam All Stars on uh, Nintendo 64.
I had the street ball games for GameCube.
I had Madden for the N64.
Which Madden?
Shit, I don't remember. It was the one that had the gray-haired guy, bigger guy that was in the front.
John Madden.
Yeah, John Madden. I don't watch football, man. I don't know his name.
Um, but yeah, there was NBA Jam, and the only really basketball game I liked was the PlayStation. Well, besides NBA Jam, but I haven't really gotten to a basketball game since the PlayStation 2, and that was after NBA Live 2003. That
What was
that game used to be the shit too.
what was that one game? It was the NBA one, or it wasn't NBA, but it was like a street basketball game.
I mean, like I told you, I had Street Ball 1 and 2 for GameCube.
But it was so cheesy though, because like whenever you went to go shoot the ball, it would like go on fire and
That
Street
was,
Ball 1 and 2.
what was it?
I think so.
I think it did that in NBA Jam too. When you got on fire, it was had a
Yeah.
flaming trail. Like the ball was on fire. Whenever that player had the ball, it was like had it was
Yeah.
like engulfed in flames.
Uh huh.
And you could just every time you passed it to him, he would say he's on fire. So you would always pass it to him and then pass it and then pass it back to him. So he's on fire.
Yeah, man.
Don't say you
Man,
didn't do it. Don't say you didn't do it.
I didn't say that. I used to do it all the time. But I remember playing. Did none of y'all play NBA Live 2003?
Nope.
Okay, NBA Live 2003 had a basketball team on it called the 90 All Stars. You picked that team, and you had pretty much every good basketball player there was. Shaq, Kobe, uh, Allen, all on one team. So I used to play that over and over and used to dominate.
Maybe it's NBA hoops or NBA street.
It's it's Street Ball 1 and 2. I had the game for GameCube.
I don't know. Oh, was it backyard basketball?
That now I do remember they having backyard football, but I never played that one. But yeah, it's NBA Jam, man. We just brought up some great classic games.
Some of the games I wish they would bring back. Like
Who, who
I
remembers a
wish
game called Zombie Ate My Neighbor?
I do.
I don't remember that one. Uh-oh. They're on Bud fan. Somebody yelled at him.
Oh, I heard it too.
Hey! Hey! And then his mic muted. Got in trouble.
Guys over 20 something. I'm looking up at like all well PlayStation 1 games. There's 3,066 games.
Dang.
Oh, Ace Combat. I remember playing that game.
Oh, Ace Combat. Yes.
Action Man.
I don't remember that.
Oh, they had an air combat. I didn't even know they had an air combat too.
Let's see, I remember. Okay, what were we talking? Oh, Zombie Ate My Neighbors. My brother used to love playing that game.
Who yelled at you, Bud fan?
No, nobody. My
I heard it. Someone yell at you.
I
my
heard,
dad's
hey!
putting
Hey! And then you muted
my
your mic.
my dad's putting flooring down in the bathroom in there. Thought he needed something, so I was gonna go and help him.
Oh.
Uh,
Armored Core.
Do what?
Armored Core.
I don't remember that.
Played only a couple games of that.
okay, there was a game. I don't remember what it was called. Did y'all play any Simpsons game on the Super Nintendo?
No.
Well, I can't remember what the game was called, but they had a mini game in it where you were Bart Simpson and you would stand behind concrete and throw tomatoes at the students and teachers walking by. And it was pretty fun, I guess. Dang it, now I want to play NBA Jam.
Did you know they actually had a Bob the Builder?
What game?
Yeah, for the PS1.
I mean, I think, but I don't know. Who played the game American Chopper?
Not Ty.
I had that for the PlayStation 2. You would play as Vinny. You had to do all kind of stinking missions on it too to unlock bike parts, where you could build up your custom chopper. And most of them was they were weird missions. It was more like a bike race every time. Let's see. There
Was it
was,
Road Race?
I mean, yeah, they would be out in the city, yeah.
Do you ever play the game Road Rage?
Road Rage, no.
I'm trying to remember what that game was that, it was like, you had to like you drove your cars around, and it was kind of like a demolition derby, but you had like it was kind of like or what's that movie? Made a movie out of it with Jason Statham. Uh, Death Race or something like that. Like you had your
Oh,
cars, and you had like you could put guns on them, and you had to like you were basically in like an arena, and you had to blow up all the other cars. And
Who played the game? Who played the South Park game?
not me.
And there was another one I had thought about, but it slipped my mind. Let it come back. Uh, oh, Pokemon Stadium.
I'm trying to remember what you're talking about because the only reason why I remember it is because the goofy clown bus that you could have, or
Yep. Yep.
God, what the hell was that
And the
game?
intro music at the thing was Paint It Black or whatever that song's called.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I don't.
I want to say it was on PlayStation 2, maybe.
It was on PS1 and PS2, I believe.
Oh man, that was such a good game to play with your friends, though.
Or into Digimon
My brothers had that game.
and Dino Crisis. I remember playing that too. I'll probably run into it once I'm Twisted Metal. That's what it was.
Twisted Metal, that's what it's called. That's right.
God, I can't believe we didn't remember that one.
I'm gonna have to go take a nap.
Be right back.
I guess I'll finish this trailer load.
We can't take a nap for it.
Because I'm tired.
I can't say